What is the worst thing you have ever felt? Maybe it's stubbing your toe or burning your hand. But honestly, one of the worst feelings is being stuck. Like when you have no idea what to do with your life. And the worst part, not knowing where to start to try and get unstuck. Let me tell you something. I've been there. Not for weeks or months, but for years. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life. I had no clear direction, no burning passion, no grand plan. It felt like everyone else knew exactly what they were doing, while I had no clue what I was aiming for. But here's the thing, I figured out a way to get out of it. And I want to share how I did it, because if you're feeling stuck, this might help you too. So let me take you back. Let's rewind to my early 20s. Back then, I felt lost. I didn't know what to study, what kind of job I'd like, or even what direction to take. Sure, I followed the normal path. I went to school, eventually earned a master's degree in marketing, but it didn't feel right. I didn't want to do anything in marketing, even though I studied it. So after graduation, I made a drastic change. I decided to try something completely different and became a software developer. To be honest, back then I didn't know for sure if I'd love it, but at that time it seemed enjoyable. So I just started. However, it wasn't easy. Learning programming without knowing anything about it was really tough. But I stuck with it because I knew that starting something was better than doing nothing or doing something I don't enjoy. So over the years, I got better. I learned, I grew, and while it wasn't always perfect, I found out that I really enjoy it. But then I hit another turning point. About 10 years into my programming career, I decided to take a break and try something new again. YouTube. And the same shit happened again. I didn't know anything about making videos. But again, I just started. My first few uploads, they were awful. Seriously, they were terrible. But for some reason, I enjoyed it. So I kept going. I kept learning. And slowly but surely, my videos got better. I even received some nice comments that really boosted my confidence. And even though I didn't go viral, I realized that this process of improving, being creative and creating something was rewarding in itself. Now, after a year of going all in on YouTube, I returned to programming as my full-time job again. But I kept making videos on the side. The crazy part, I realized I didn't have to choose between them. I could follow both paths and enjoy them in different ways. And that's when it hit me. We all have this little voice inside our heads, It pops up when we're walking, or maybe when we're in the shower, gently whispering what truly makes us happy. Just start a YouTube channel, bro. But here's the problem. Most of us either ignore it or shut it down. We think, yeah, right, that's not realistic. And we go back to life as usual. And even if we don't ignore it, we overthink everything. We tell ourselves, I can do this. I don't know where to start. What if I fail? But here's the truth. Almost nobody knows exactly what they are doing. And that's okay. What really matters is taking that first step towards something you enjoy. Start small, stick with it, and see where it takes you. Even if things don't go as planned, you'll grow and learn something valuable along the way. I just told you my story. I picked up skills like marketing, programming, and making videos. And the cool thing, these skills turn out to be useful in other areas as well, like building a web shop, for instance. So even if your initial plan doesn't work out as expected, the skills you gain along the way are still useful. Now the big takeaway, if you're feeling stuck, don't make it complicated. You don't need to have everything figured out to take that first step. Just start with something that seems fun or interesting and stick with it long enough to see where it leads you. You might not know exactly where you're headed, but that's okay. What matters is that you're moving forward. At the end of the day, the choice is simple. Stay stuck or just try something. Start small, keep going, and who knows, you might just surprise yourself.